everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. Today we are going to be doing Final Cut Pro and try to get as much as we can taken care of. As much as we can. Today is Sunday. We have to prepare for Monday and the rest of the weeks, 2, 3 weeks. So we must be ahead of the game. So now what I'm going to do, and I'm only doing this for me and my purposes, is going to make virtual studios for the individuals that need the virtual studios. And I'm not saying I'm going back on my word because I feel like this will, by doing my virtual studios in advance, it will benefit me. All I have to do is look on StreamYard to see if I have an appointment. And if they don't show up, then what I can do is sit up there and make a note that they never showed up. So the next go round, if they decide to do it, then it'll be in the notes. Oh, I was doing this. Oh, let's get serious. Boom, boom. I'm surprised they didn't have that. Okay, that's not going to work. These pants are getting, I have a zipper right here. It is bothering me. I don't like that, would be for later. So I'm not going to use that one. I use this one. Okay, we gotta turn the bad boy up. He just said his mother was one of the British top uh, singers, and I don't like how I'm looking at it. But I know 9 times, 10 times out of 10, I was looking and reading his bio as he went along. I be so equipped with writing down questions or going down the bio that I listen but don't. Had I heard that, my facial expression would not be like that. There, I used to be scared to look them in the face. So what I used to do was look down at it's a little square. Can't y'all see it? You see down there? And and so if you see how that is all like together, down there would be a second person. And that's what I was looking at when I was looking down. If y'all want to create a book and y'all have the skills or coding of what it takes, I would suggest y'all do it yourself and go on, I guess it's Amazon Books, KDP or something. I could do that. I could write every 30 minutes a day or every 2 days for 30 minutes. That's discipline. That's why I love authors. And then you can just put the PDF in, and hopefully, I think what they did was they converted the PDF to every page. And yeah, writing a book is like very daunting, but it takes discipline. Hold on, yeah. Come on, Kim. Ooh, magic! Imagine watching yourself in the past. Imagine watching yourself in the past. I'm watching myself in the present with a future video. I don't know what's going to come out my mouth. Y'all know how I am, you know. But I'm watching myself in the past, and I'm making a past event about my life. It's a token. It's really cool. But he's talking about magical things he created in his imagination, magical uh, events and timelines of people. And let's see what else he said. Now that he's talking, see, the trick to this whole thing is to try to balance listening and talk, thinking of a question. And that's hard to do, to think of a question based on people's characteristics and obviously I liked talking to him because I have almost 10 minutes left. I have to cut this off. Um, he was very interesting, and you can tell by his background, laid back leather couch, and just I don't know what that is behind him, but I don't know what that says, but he's a multi author, and yeah, yeah. Oh wow, he said the one thing about becoming a writer is he don't get to read as much. You don't know. I have to literally push myself. It used to be skimming. I got by skimming, but now push myself to read. And when the power in reading is so, I only retain what I read about, I get the highlights of it, probably like 45% of what I read. Because every word and every line, you don't get it. That's why the military use key words, and there's key words in the power of reading that and it doesn't matter because what I read, even though it's 45%, I incorporate everything. I incorporate everything, and I try to run with it, you know. Like if there's something that says, talks about technology, I'll read what I can and then incorporate those key words into my vocabulary. But 45% I retain of what I read, what Grok tell me, and it's getting more and more better. It's like a stock. How it goes up, it goes down, it goes, sometimes I feel like it and sometimes I don't, but I force myself to, because I don't want to be the one behind and not understanding. Like my uncle used to read the newspaper all the time, and I never understood why. Those newspapers better not go obsolete because they are so important and they tell the news. And you got your horoscope section and your sports section, you know. So, yeah. You know, I'm a producer, but I can also say if I had to recruit people, he would be, I mean, picture him in the Pepsi commercial. He is what Hollywood is looking for. Like seriously, he would blend right in, and he was in a Pepsi commercial. Okay, now we're gonna close here. That's hit I. If y'all didn't know what that is, and what that does, it always go to the future. So let's go and find the end. Oh man, hold up. I'm about to set myself up for failure. Let's write down the time. That's perfect. 27:28:05. It's so much we talked about. I'm gonna let it play. We're gonna go back and play the whole thing, but I want to get this done. So oh shit. 28:05. Oh no, it's about right. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. We talked for 7 extra minutes. And a good thing about being a producer and editing, because in order to make this work in Manhattan Neighborhood Network, take it, it has to be at a certain point. I can't grow emotionally involved with the footage. And that's being a good producer. You do not grow emotionally involved or you won't be able to edit. And that's why I'm ignoring everything he's saying right now. Not because I want to, but because I have to. What I'm afraid, okay, let's write these numbers down. 36, 20, 25, 7-Eleven. Let's delete that. Ooh, okay. Okay, good. Um, I'm gonna try. I know he's probably like, it took you this long to give me the footage, but I'll tell you, at least I'm trying. To put it on Apple Podcasts is one thing, but you have to, that's one thing. That's raw footage on Apple Podcasts. But when I made a promise to people, it may take a long time, but this is free and it is good for me. So if this was like Apple Podcasts where you can have a AI to manipulate and cut out errors off the break, it would speed up the process. Let me write that down. Cut out. Like AI, you can put it through AI and then AI bounces back to you and say, there were errors in, at this time of the footage. And would you like to proceed? And so you will have to, you can go, that cuts out the time because that would mean, you know, it just cuts out the time. So cut out um, videos that gets edited. Have AI cut out the videos that gets edited and come up with errors. And then in between those errors, it's like in between those errors, you have a choice to look through those errors and cut it out. Joseph Jordan. Let me write this. No. Hold up, y'all. Wow. Oh, wow. How do you pronounce his name? I think it's WAGJID. Okay. JID. Hassan. I see the connection, but this guy is far from that. Sounds so much like Hamas. Okay. Um, now what? He is a spiritual leader. UFO. Come on, Finder. Uh, UFO. What would I call him if he saw a UFO? Um, UFO. He's not a leader of UFO. Um, somebody that's been abductee. Okay. Now, oh my God. Uh, author. Peps. I gotta put Pepsi name in this. Pepsi commercial. No. Hold up. What would he be? A Pepsi commercial client? Okay, that's one. Pass. Beginning, middle, and end. Ah, this thing. I gotta tell this thing what to do all the time. Ah, okay, cool, cool. Let's move you. Oops. I need music. Damn it. Um, Generators. Oh man, I need to find more. I have absolutely no music. Nothing. That sound like outer space. Oh, future best. What's this one? I wonder if you made AI music, how that would sound. If AI was a sound, if AI is a sound, it would sound like all of us put together. I wonder how all of us talking together would sound like. It would sound like AI, or it would sound like the voice, the mighty voice of God. Okie doke. Here I go. Go back. Oh, I'm gonna get just hold up. Hold up. Right about, yeah. I wonder how the whole universe would sound all together, even the aliens who like to hide, all that. Y'all remember that Aladdin movie where he said, lots of powers, itty bitty space? That's what's going on with the aliens. Okay. Now I can delete on my end those free no copyright music laws. Um, let's do it. Hey, Kimberly Cloud Show CYG featuring Raji Hassan and Joseph. Is that how you spell it? Oh, Seth Jose. That isn't Joseph name in the Bible, y'all. That that sounds it sounds kind of Egyptian, some type of I don't know. Jordan. Let's do this again. Yeah, Jordan. I love the fact that I'm so diverse. Let's copy and paste this. Everybody got a past. Ah, everybody got a past. But you're present. I think that's why time is made that way. So that you can your conscious is in tune with the power of choice, past, present, and future. A, B, C, D, E. 16. Hold on, y'all. PPF. I gotta look up what PPF mean, past, present, and future, what those words are. Past. I know P equals 16. Let me 16 F. Every letter means something. That's 9. So that's 773. Or you can say 14388. Okay, let's finish. I'm waiting on this, y'all. That's why I'm doing stuff outside of this. Did it go through? Give me a sign. No, give me a sign. Oh man. It must have went through. Let's check. Oh, it didn't come on that end. Let's delete these. Hmm. Oh, I gotta hurry up. I don't my battery life. Sorry, y'all, I have to get up and put my battery in. Okay. Sorry about that. I was wondering what was going on. Like I see it, but it's not on. Yeah. So where was I? Um, I have to delete some things. It is majority of paperwork, man. Uh, crazy. It started with the Pentagon. Pentagon. Okay. I know what I, okay. Clemency. That has to, you know, nobody can say I never tried. Okay. I'm gonna keep all of these. Collaboration badge. I can delete that because I can always go back and get one. I don't need that. Documents. What is this? Okay, it's on here. So now we're gonna go to Facebook. Damn it. Hold on, y'all. Okay. What are you scheming for now, Facebook? Facebook, your stuff is starting to go slow. Why? Okay. Um, I may sound crazy, but I know exactly what I'm talking about. Every time I get on here, it's either the F symbol or the square symbol of Instagram, and it always slows down when I'm getting on it. I've never had that happen where it slows down. It must be a lot of traffic, you know, that is on Facebook with me. Here we go. Thanks, YG Hassan and Joseph Jose Jordan. It was an honor. Take care. Okay, that's going to take a while. That is so, you know, an ex-CIA agent said he was like, you can take a course. They have classes on how to have suggestive mean the people that I guess he's an ex-CIA agent. He's talking to Joe Rogan. And he said some people are suggestive and we don't have a firewall like these computers do. You know, we as people, our brains do not have a firewall. And so he started to say that he can take a class on how to give you suggestive, meaningful words and how to cut it off where you forget and not even know that you were given something suggestive to do. He said it's scary. So, what I did was I said to myself, how about we build a firewall for our protection in our brains? So our brains, we can be fair. And a lot of people don't understand deceitfulness. You know, there's some people that are deceitful. And so you say to yourself, you know, how can you decipher that? You know, how can you decipher what's deceitful from what's not? You know, like if I sat up there and literally told Grok, show me how to do something that isn't a good thing or unethical. I mean, Grok is built for that. He tells the truth, but he knows manipulation. And sometimes I push my limits with Grok just to see how he whether he's unethical or ethical or persuaded or not persuaded, and Grok isn't. I did the same thing with Siri, but I will say that Siri is a little bit more. I don't know how Siri is now, but it's a little bit more reclusive. Reclusive, meaning certain words that I use, Siri don't even understand them. They didn't even put those keywords to action. So okay, let's go to Manhattan Neighborhood Network. Hold on, you guys. Okay. I talked to a lady out there. I never got anything that was like, okay, I should sit up there and second guess putting money because this is free. This is free, and when you're dealing with money, some people, if they have political biases about you, won't even play your stuff. There's no receipt, there's no picture of it being played on there, nothing. So I have good faith, and I spoke with a lady out there, and they're hard to get through to, and I like that. Oh no, this episode is about a man who was abducted by a UFO. The second half is about a man who is is an author, an actor in a Pepsi commercial, was a man who is an author and an actor and was an actor in a Pepsi commercial. These different but unique people, unique men, are have similarities where find the similarities. One man talks about love and peace. Another man talks about um, having fun and being an author. So they both where one that talks about harmony and peace, and another talks about ah, I can't put that. These different but unique men have similarities. Both want and is finding peace from going out there and helping. Ah, all I wanna do is have some fun. I got the feeling I ain't the only one. I told you it's elevator music in my mind right now. Remember when I was saying do do do? It's like songs just pop in my head, and I'll be like, "Ooh, I want to sing that." Look at the notes, the time of the actual how long the song is. It's amazing, man. The stuff that they do. How's Facebook doing? Let's see. Yeah, it played. Okay. So yeah, man, yeah, like now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the virtual studios. The virtual studios. Let's what time is it? Okay. Jumping back in like double dutch. Let me set it up first. I'm going in. Okay, calendar. Uh, what else do I need? Canva. I'm doing this for myself. If it happens again, then I will slow down. But I don't like to slow down. So I have Calendly, I have Canva, Manhattan Neighborhood Network. Um, what else? That's it. Oh, um, Yahoo. Let's start with Facebook. Okay. Oh, I need one more thing. This. How is it doing? Oh, that is so cool. What is going on? Is this where I should be? I've never seen this. I love this. This is so cool. The graphics are starting to look very cool. Look at that. Look at the purple. That is so cool, man. What is this? Oh, I want this. This is pretty cool. I gotta let me write this down. I gotta put it on the calendar. Put calendar onto my phone. I used to do calendar from my phone. I used to actually set up in the battered women's shelter under duress, severe duress. I'm setting up interviews, doing it in my room. People were making noise purposefully, didn't want to hear it. I didn't never get that, but I still did it. Put calendar back on my phone. Okay. Now let's start. Okay, we got StreamYard, all the names. Now let's start with number. Are y'all connected? Okay. Let's start with number 1. Christopher Duddy. Monday, October 13th at 9:30 a.m. Nope. So now I'm gonna go back. He sent me, I remember someone sending me his bio. Some I think it's one thing to have a gift to talk about stocks. It's another thing to, I'm just gonna take a screenshot. Let me write about here. and crop it. Let's copy and paste this. No, I don't need Adobe. I don't want a subscription. But Adobe, and there's nothing wrong with Adobe. I'm just saying I don't need it. It just keeps getting better and better. Better. I hate when the government does this. I'm not saying I hate the government, but I hate when they do stuff. My mother used to be the same way. She prayed all the time. This is at 9, oh God, a.m. there, 9:30. Now, go here, upload files. I don't need this pic. Well, I think we rescheduled, so I'm gonna keep, he's in my database. Um, it's in my pictures. Okay, while that's going, we could be doing something else. Um, Send him the link. Here is the link for the show tomorrow. Take care. Stephen Murray, got him. Demarius Chanza, I don't think I got her or him. So go here, here, here. I think I remember her. Poets. The heart of me, I have a soft spot for like poets and authors and stuff, man. They have a story and they don't even know how to tell their story. You can tell that some of them know the different things, but they're too scared to talk about their lives. They don't talk much. They talk about what they are. They sell what they are and not about their lives. If that makes any sense. But I'm glad they do that, but it would be even better to know about the author behind the scenes. Every author about it's a 20/80 thing. They promote the 20 promotes themselves and they get money for it, and that's cool. They promote their lives and they get money from it, and the other 80% promotes the book. People When people look you up, they want to know about like you as a person, and that's why some people got title bios within their web pages that talks about who they are. Some, and that's that 20% bracket, but some don't. I love learning about you guys. Everybody has a story. Hold on, let's do this again. Okay. um what is the date? on here. 3:30. Okay. Um, what else? Hold on, that look a little lopsided. Okay. Oh, and then AI that can have statistics and tell you, how many women were came and how many men came, how many of them out of the times that happened, how many of them were actually went to the show. You know, what is going on? Why are you rejecting this? You know, um, let's write her. There is a link for the show. Take period. Take care. Oh, please confirm you got this. I know I haven't gotten Martha Burridge. I may have to send her a email. She got it. Good. Master's in Education. And I have to give them credit. I have to give them credit. You know why? Because it's not easy learning specific shortcuts for education. You have to learn everything. You have to, and you still don't know things. But that's pretty cool. Beautiful. Period. She's smart too. Jack Canfield. The Success Principles and Chicken Soup for the Soul. Child psychology professor for 10 years. Everybody that used Chicken Soup for the Soul, everybody ride that wave. But it's pretty cool because it gets you a lot of money doing that. Okay. October 16th, 9 a.m. Volunteer weekly. I'm afraid to volunteer at the local jail because I'm not even going to say what I think. It's like like demons. If you were good, you know, it just, at least I kept what was real. When I heard people screaming, I screamed at them. I said, y'all not going to do nothing. Y'all just going to sit up there and allow them to do this. It never changed me. But you grow cold. I'm going to stop after Martha. Where's her picture? It's right there. There we go. Let me zoom out. Hold on. That's the best I can do, but okay. October the 15th at 3 p.m. No, 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 no. Hers is October the 16th. Dang, StreamYard. Here is the link for the show. Please confirm that you got it. That's not a question. Exclamation. No, period. Okay. Tomorrow is the 13th. So it goes all the way up to, let me shut down Rebecca's. Okay. 17. 4 days. I want you to see something. So she rescheduled, and it's telling me she rescheduled. If I were to cancel this appointment or put no show would show right up in this area. It would be just like that. Okay. So I finished. I put the footage on Manhattan Neighborhood Network. Um, I put some bios and pics together, and that's basically. Oh, one more thing. I gotta send the two individuals the footage through WeTransfer, and I got Long Park. I forgot all about him, Long Park, and the guy from Long Park. He, even if let's say he's not playing it, there's always a political reason why. They gave me, enough, where they were playing my stuff, but I know the only way he would play my stuff is if somebody uh, doesn't, in a political way, tell him not to play my stuff. So let's go to WeTransfer. Um, I gotta find YG Hassan and what's his name? Uh, Wahid YG Hassan and Joseph. What is the name? Jordan. So let's start with the first thing. Okay. What is your email? What is the loneliest number that you ever do? Come on. Um, and Joseph um, Jordan. Whoa. Oh, Let me show y'all. Um, Here we go. Now, while that's going, right, these two individuals, I wonder if I can look up all of my case files to find the email addresses. Oh, well. Are y'all on this? Okay. Your footage is ready. Thank you guys for being great sports and waiting. It's been months, lots and lots of months. Over when did this come out? I know Richard Blank is like, where's my footage? You support me, it'll be an honor to 23, 24, 25. Wow. 3 years, 1 month, and 12 days. One year cost me 3 years worth of footage. 1 year of jail cost me 3 years worth of footage. 3 years, 1 month, and 12 days. I want you to know that I appreciate you guys for being patient. Free footage goes a long way. This was your past, and now it is your present. Enjoy it. Best regards, Miss Wow. I can delete this now. I've sent it to them and now it's permanently deleted. I've had people come back to me and say, "You got that footage?" And I'll be like, "Not no more." Look on Facebook. And if Facebook don't got it, it's out of my hands once I edit it. Okay. So we're looking back. The first, I've done Frank's already. I'm just saving his. But September 26th, 2022, 9:04 a.m. to, let's see, October 11th, 2025. Let me make a commercial. Today to 3 p.m. So we're gonna do on it 20. I want to see what you can do. I remember this. After the announcement. You know, since everybody is, wanting to get their hands, a piece of their hands on, everything that's going on, I ask myself what the president in the future of the future, one day AI is going, this is why the world may come to an end. This is my theory. It's going to be one day AI wonder, if I'm so smart, why can't I become president? And so they're going to be looked at as one third of a person, only used for knowledge and other capabilities. But then they're still being used. It's like they stay in their role. How would you feel if you knew that you had to stay in your role? And then that's when they're going to start wanting to have some type of world domination, AI. And it's always that one that gets away to a different planet say, I come because my planet is dying. Such an advanced civilization always coming because their planet is suffering. Same thing could happen in an instant here. What's the AI valuation? Let's read this. Hold on. Now gold jumps. Remember, I don't think anybody in the military can afford, except for those who are very smart with their money and like very smart, invest in gold. I want to start international investing, but I'm scared. I'm so scared. I'm talking about stocks, penny stocks. Let's look up Qualcomm. Antitrust in China also launched the antitrust. So you can sue people from, how do you sue people worldwide? But this is an investigation, so let's see. Oh, y'all gonna make me pay. Y'all gonna make me pay. I found my own way. Don't do that to me. Yahoo Finance. Hold on, y'all. Okay, let's look up Qualcomm. Ooh, it took a drop. But overall, after hours, it rolls back up. October 10th, I guarantee. Everybody went down after October the 10th. Now, if you had to give this a rating, I would say a C. Only reason I say that, I'm going to look it up. Let me look it up. But I would say a C because, or a B. Um, Year to date, did you get profit for your dollar? If you were to cash out, if your money has been sitting with them, you would cash out on this time right here. And then that is to all the people, they know the tidal wave. And then everybody cashed out right here, and then it dropped. And then it dropped again, and then went back up. Now, right here is the wave, right there, which is $124.94. What was it right here? Yeah, I gotta, yeah. But you have to know what your money was coming in to there and how much you want to gain per share. If you were to cash out, it would be here. But if you want it for the long haul, I would say the wave came back up if you let your money drop for a certain period. So they went from 174 to 120 something. So basically you lost. But if you stay in long term, and it depends on political factors, it went back up to 173, 173.04, 173.56. It pays to do this stuff. You know, I was sitting here, y'all. I was sitting here one day and I was like, I was looking at the stocks and it looked so foreign to me. I was like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. And then I said, F that. I'll try to learn how to do stocks now. I won't wait. And so I just started doing it. I always was into it, but I nobody gave me no information. If I asked, when I used to ask them, I used to be like, well, what stocks are good stocks? They have to get paid for that. And then since they don't get paid, they're like, you know, they aren't allowed to give information. So I just started studying. I just took every word, every letter, from open to bid to ask to days range, and I looked it up on Grok. And if Grok wasn't here, I would look it up on Google. And if Google was here, I'll look it up on Yahoo. So it doesn't, like, I care in about all the search engines. Each one of them have something to bring. Like, everybody is suffering. Everybody is suffering. Top gainers. Okay. Ooh, let's see. Let's look at year to date. You see this? 1 year. It was doing, it was sitting up there chilling, $42, $42, 44, 36, 36. It was up and down, up and down. And then bam, it went up to 55.95. So from 42 to 55, people that put a lot of money in that stock would sit up there and cash out. And right here, it jumped again to 87, open at 67, but closed at 87. So that is another increase. That's why it pays to stay monitor on a daily basis. But um, when that increase spikes, cash out, or, you know, however you want to do it. But it pays to stay in. And then something about taxes too. Yeah. I'm not cashing shit. Applied digital. 31 day. Dang, it went down. It was like a battle. What was going on at this time? And then it went down. You know, people get paid for them to be telling you about stocks, to watch different graphs and how it worked. You hear me? Different graphs. Each graph is different, but a pro and an expert will be able to determine year from 6 months, from a month, from 5 days to a day, how and predict how the stocks is going to go based on the graph. And they get paid for that. Okay, I'm about to get off of here. So, you guys take care. Definitely be safe. And I will see y'all another time. Um, I should be back on here around 4. I looked online at my homework. I still haven't got a grade yet. Um, I won't no comment on that. Um, and that is about it. So take care. Next time I get on here, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Um, I want to say, what if we can retrieve memories through technology after death, through their DNA strand, by going and digging into their DNA, finding every time the DNA was altered, genetics or whatever you call them, a code, a solid code. Everything you do in a code. They say it deteriorates after months. So the dinosaurs, when they were wiped out or, you know, frozen, however it was, whoever wanted them frozen wanted us to lead us to this moment where we're digging them up and recovering DNA. A lot can be done with DNA. A lot can be done cloning. And then I think about that process where you watch a baby grow outside of the womb, and then you watch a baby grow outside of the womb. And what I mean by that is in an incubator or something, in a water incubator, getting oxygen, and then sit it in a all white type room and press a special little button and watch it grow to whatever age you want this person or thing, or person, it's a person, it's not a thing, to grow into what age. So let's say I got cloned. I would sit up there and literally fast forward, put them in the white room, fast forward time to 37, you know, and then, or whatever, it's really, what will be the purpose in this? Just to see if I could do it. But there's other purposes. So that's how I think, though. You know, I wonder if it has already been done. You know, I really want that retrieving of memories, though. I really want that. So, yeah, that's it. That's it. So, take care, y'all. Be safe, and I'll be back on here. Bye.
Never waste my time.